Hi, this is Louise from Paleo Living magazine, and in this video I wanted to share with you some options for starting a paleo diet. So one of the most common questions I get from readers is something along these lines. I really want to start a paleo diet, but I don't know how to do it. So if you're asking this question, then keep watching this video as I'll go through 5 different options. And one of the main takeaway points I want to get across in this video is that there are a variety of different ways to start a paleo diet, and the best thing for you to do is to consider them, weigh the options, and pick the one that suits your personality and the way you work, because it's the best option for success. So let me get started right away. And the first thing I want to talk about is really your mental state when you start a paleo diet. When I first started a paleo diet, I wasn't too thrilled about it. I was like, oh my God, I have to give up bread, I have to give up sandwiches, I have to give up pasta, and worst of all, cupcakes. I was like living on red velvet cupcakes, and the paleo diet was telling me I had to give it up. I was really not very thrilled about this prospect, and that really put the entire diet into a negative perspective. It made me dislike the paleo diet before I even started it, because I felt like it was taking things away from me, things I wanted to do, which were things that were completely detrimental to my health. So one of the first things I suggest really addressing is the fact that no one's actually making you give up any foods. If you're choosing to go on a paleo diet, then you're choosing to do it because you want better health, you want a better life, you want to cure your health issues, you want to lose weight, you want to feel more energetic, and you're choosing to do it. No one's forcing you to do it. Okay, let me get on with the rest of the video, which is 5 ways to start a paleo diet. And I'm going to go through each of these options, and they're not all the possible options. There are other things you could try as well, and you can mix and match. Just find the one that works best for you. So this first option is part of what I consider the strict method. And it's a method that I think works well if you really like rules and and you're able to follow rules really well. So option 1 is if you can and have time to cook. So then the first step would be to clean out your pantry, print out our paleo diet food list, which you can find from our website, paleomagazine.com, and then make meal plans. I suggest eating the same foods over and over again if you can take it, because it makes it really easy. Number 4, stock up on your paleo pantry essentials, and again you can find an entire list of those on our website. And then number 5, I would try not to eat out. If you're able to meal plan daily, then not eating out shouldn't be too hard for you. So that's option number 1. Now on to option number 2, which is still part of this strict way method that I talked about earlier. So option number 2 is if you don't cook, or you don't have time to cook. So step 1 would be to sign up for a paleo meal delivery service, and there's a lot of great ones out there, and they're actually fairly affordable, especially they're especially good if you have a job and don't have time to cook. They just deliver it right to your front door. So step 2 for this is to actually read our guide to eating out paleo, and then make sure you stick to it at restaurants. I know that eating out, if you don't have time to cook, then you probably are going to end up eating out a lot, even if you sign up for a paleo meal delivery service. So when you eat out, it's actually fairly easy to do in most countries to get pretty paleo options. There are just a few pitfalls to watch out for, and that's why I recommend reading our eating out guide. And then step number 3 for this is to get some healthy paleo snacks. Again, if you don't have much time to cook, then you're going to run out of food at some points, especially if you're busy and work a busy job. Then having paleo snacks for those really awful days at work is going to really help you stick to the diet. So those two options are part of what I consider the strict way, which is really sticking to the paleo diet very strictly, and you make that a rule that you live by. Now, option 3, 4, and 5, they're part of method number 2, which is what I consider the gentle way. There's sort of more, letting go, going into it gently, fairly slowly, gradually transitioning into the paleo diet. And these methods, these options work much better if you're the sort of person that you have a really hard time sticking to very strict schedules. So let me go through these options and hopefully that will make a little more sense. So option 3 is to commit to 1 meal per day initially, and 1 meal per day paleo as a paleo meal. So step 1 in this is committing to having a very low sugar paleo breakfast daily. And this will really help you start the day well, give you a lot more energy. And personally, I find it really helps me to think better, think more clearly, and to be less hungry throughout the day as well. Step 2 in this is to gradually layer in paleo dinners, and then a few weeks later, paleo lunches, and then paleo snacks over time. So once you feel like you're able to eat paleo breakfast every day and you've committed to that and you stick to it pretty well, then start adding in the other meals. So that's option number 3. Now on to option number 4. This is actually replacing your foods. So if you're the sort of person where you find it really hard to let go of your cereal, to let go of your pasta, to let go of your bread, then this option is to replace those dishes with paleo versions of them. So make paleo bread and use that as the bread for your sandwiches. Make paleo pasta you can use zucchini squash, you can use zucchinis, you can make sweet potato pasta, and paleo desserts, if you find it really hard to give up desserts.